Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Dvarantam Parajin Ramdalaya Taksam Bhagavatam Samaksitam Buddhasundarangam Tanda Bhagoti Kamaniyam Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Anandi Asha Sakalam Priyachiti Vanti Ashanti Panti Kalati Jiranja Ganti Ananda Simpraya Sadhu Valari Raja Govinda Nare Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. The song was a song by Lord Brahma. From his heart about the glories of Krishna Loka and the spiritual realm, the spiritual world. So there's a lot of verses or expressing the beauty of Krishna Loka through Lord Brahma. Okay, we'd like to read the Sri ISOPANISAD. Okay, Sri ISOPANISAD, discovering the origin. Most of us has only the information that God is omnipresent, no, omniscient, the most powerful, the most handsome or beautiful, the creator of the universe. And he can be called as Allah or Yahweh or Jehovah Jireh, and Alpha and Omega. Some are call them Vishnu or Shiva, Buddha or Krishna. But there's a lot of things or information about him that we do not know until this very day. So I used to read this before, maybe 20 years ago. But now I want to share this through the internet so that maybe some people I can also share this information or knowledge to those people who wanted to know more about the Father, the nature, the beauty, and all his opulences. We can name some, but not all. But we have to remember when we are in this planet Earth. And on this planet Earth, that our goal is to be free from the bondage, and we need somebody to save us from suffering, or to give us liberation. And these saintly persons are going down from heaven or spiritual sky just to, well, we are all aliens on this universe. So this is not our place. We're just visiting here just to enjoy or suffer separately from the Supreme. But as long as we go on to it, the more we become confused and happy. Okay, I will explain to you later on about it. But back to have what I have said before, I will give you more information about the Father, because the purpose of loving is the ultimate goal is loving the Father. No? Even though we love the gurus, the spiritual master, the representative of God, no, not to mention of those, there's a lot of representatives of God. Okay, I would like to read the identification of this. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as a complete whole. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete by itself. And because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. So I would like to read here the purport of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Chai. The complete whole, or the atomic, or the supreme absolute truth, is the complete personality Godhead. Impersonal Brahman forms an incomplete realization of the absolute complete. And so, also does conception of Paramatma, the super soul, the supreme personality Godhead, is Satchid Ananda Vigraha. Impersonal Brahman, the realization, is the realization of his Sat and eternity aspect. And Paramatma, Super Soul realization, is the realization of his Sat and Sit, eternity and knowledge aspects. But realization of the personality of Godhead is realization of all transcendental features, Satchit, Ananda, or bliss. In the personal act concept, this is realized in the complete form, Vigraha. And so the complete whole is not formless. If he is formless, or if he is less than his creation in any other thing, it cannot be complete. The complete whole must be have everything, both within our experience and beyond our experience. Otherwise, it cannot be complete. So the complete whole personality Godhead is immense potencies, and all of them are complete as He is. Therefore, His phenomenal and material world is also complete by itself. The 24 elements of which the material universe is temporary manifestation are completely adjusted to produce complete things necessary for the maintenance and the sustenance of this universe. No extraneous effort by any other unit is required for this maintenance. The universe has its own time fixed by the energy of the complete whole. And when the time is complete, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the complete arrangement of the complete. There is complete facility for the small complete units, namely the living beings, to realize the complete, and all forms of incompleteness are experienced only on account of incomplete knowledge of the complete. The human form of life is a complete manifestation of the consciousness of the living being, which is obtained after evolving through 8,400,000 species of life in the cycle of birth and death. If a human being does not realize this completeness within the complete in this life of full consciousness, he loses the chance to realizing the completeness and is put again into a cycle evolutionary evolution by the low material nature. Because we do not know that there is a complete arrangement in nature for our maintenance, we make effort to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. This misleading life of sense enjoyment is called illusion because a living entity cannot enjoy life, the sense, without being devoted with a complete whole. For example, the hand of a body is a complete unit as long as it attached to the complete body. When the hand is detached from the body, it may appear like a hand, but actually it has none of the potency of a hand. Similarly, the living being are parts and parcels of the complete whole. And as long as the parts and parcels are detached from the complete whole, the illusory representation of completeness is not enough to bring the desired result. The completeness of human life can only be realized when the human form of life engages in the service of the complete whole. Any service in this world, whether social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary, will remain incomplete unless and until it is dovetailed with a complete whole. And when everything is dovetailed with a complete whole, the attached parts or parcels also become, no? Then, even though so many complete units emanate from him, it remains the complete balance. So, what happened is, in this material world, kung kita, if we divide not only into four parts like this, one and two and four. Okay, this would be happen. One fourth sheet divided by four. This would be happen. Okay, become smaller. That is the material nature. So, but God, if you divide this paper into multifolds or many, you know, many times, you cut this into many times, but still it remains the same. Meaning to say that Krishna, God, the siya gihimo, He makes a lot of thousands and millions of universes. Energy was being distributed in all parts of the cosmos, but still Krishna is the same. No? Wala na siya makuha bisag gamay. He remained complete balance. So even though so many gods, he created so many gods, like for example, the demons, no? The demons got some power from Krishna through Lord Shiva. Some demigods like Lord Brahma, Lord Indra, but then Krishna is still the same, remains the same. Wala na wagtang niya. No? His power is still there. He loses nothing. So that is one nature of Krishna. Krishna will never diminish, even though a lot of power that came from him and being used or given to some demigods or some demons, but still he is in complete balance. So that is one nature of the Supreme God, of Krishna. So I don't have to say so many extra here because Srila Prabhupada has already said these things very nicely and complete also, like the verse is complete. So I don't have to add anything from here. So like to read more? Isabasham Vidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatchamriga Tena Tatena Bujita Magvida Kasha Sridanam. Translation. Everything and emanates that within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one must accept other things, knowing well whom they belong. Okay? So, due to our past life or karma, we are being given such kind of facilities. Sometimes rich, sometimes poor. But if that is the result or action of our past activities, we should be happy to accept it. And then you can make another change if you try to change your lifestyle, your kind of living. It's up to you. You have to do something, but not to the point that you become corrupt. No, mangawat na lang ka just to elevate yourself to a higher standard of living. No, that is not right. कि हमसे भाकर मनी युविश chatam samaha eventually masas to stay na commonly petenare. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continually goes on doing his work, doing work in that way, because that sort of work will not bind him to the low karma, and there is no alternative for the way of man. So nobody wants to die, Srila Prabhupada says. And everyone wants to live for as long as he can drag on. The same, this temperament is not only visible individually, but also it is visible collectively in human community, society, and nation. There is a hard struggle for reason in every life class living entities, and the Veda says that from one to another. This process is called transmigration of the soul. The transmigration is also called karma bandhana, or being bound by one's work. The living entity has to work for his livelihood because it is law of material nature. And if he does not act according to his prescribed duties of his particular life, he transgresses. So he transgresses the law of nature, making himself bound more and more in the cycle of birth and death. The cycle of birth and death is present in the life other than the human form. Napag sa ubos, lower living entity. When the living entity gets chance to human form life, however, and it is chance to get free from the chain of Lord Karma, akarma and vikarma. So doon na dagang klase sa karma, doon ay karma, no? And then there is akarma and vikarma. Akarma means you do something that will not bind you anymore into the law of karma. And vikarma is you make a lot of negative things that will bond you more. You will go down to lower species of life because of vikarma up to the hellish planets. So, in these three categories, the one which makes one free from the cycle of affording more bandits to karma is preferred by intelligent men. Mm. Kaya mga mga utukan na nga tao nakarealize na nga they want to go home back to God. Perform sila kanang karma or akarma, free from karmic reaction. So last Monday 3, we're going to read another mantra tomorrow. This will be the last for today. Asuryanami, Steloka, Anandina, Tamasta Sarva. Tamsti Prachabacharite, Yeke, Chatma, Anu Janaha. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter the planet known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. So the killer of the soul. No problema, the soul cannot be killed, but this must be something uh, wanted to be explained here. Okay, proper Peshwala Prabhupada. A human life be distinguished from an animal life on account of its heavy responsibilities. Those who are cognizant of these responsibilities and work in spirit are called suras, and godly, and those who are either neglectful of their responsibilities and have no information about them is called the suras, the demons. The demons. There are only these two kinds of human beings all over the universe. And Rig Veda has stated that the suras always aim at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Vishnu, and accordingly, this way is limited as the path of the sun. Okay. we may find suras, kind of mga godly, and the asuras, the demons. So, in human form of life, how can we distinct or determine? No, this guy is asura, and the other one is asura. So, not only the demons do na bitay sungay, yeah, do na ikog, no dili ingana. Even a human life, a human form can be also asura or a demon. Wala siya restrictions. Gusto lang siya mangawat, o mangilad, o magkurap, mangawat sa kwarta nila iya. Wala siya restrictions in life. Puro lang sex, inom, intoxication, drugs dito, drugs dito. So he thinks that he is the enjoyer, no? So man ang mga asuras. So kung sila kanon, kita ka sa Facebook, even see sometimes the baby, kana sa mga rats, the living rats, kung gagmay kayo, they even eat those. Wala sila restrictions of food, how much more in other types of activities. They don't have restrictions. That's why they don't want to worship God. These demons don't have, they don't do rosary or worship God. They even smash those temples, you know, in their country. No, even Dalai Lama was being, So these kind of people, they don't want God in their country. Their God is the government or the president or the prime minister is their God and their government. So, kasi nakita nila if there is some religion, mabahin. The religion, they don't, they cannot get some tax. The religion is free from tax. And then the money will be divided into, from the government money into this religious sects. No, the religious sect. And then the money will go to many religions, and then the government will, will suffer with no having tax. They cannot collect tax from this religious movement. So no restrictions. Even though in the Christian life or the Muslim life, they say that we can marry 70 wives, but actually they don't know how to maintain those. You're only for sex, sex, sex. But no, um, they cannot change the nature of their wife to become a godly one. They can have 70 wives, but only for sex life. And also some in Christian belief that when you are saved, accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, and then you will be saved already. But some are doing nonsense a bit. Oh, I'm saved already, so I can do whatever I want because I am saved by Lord Jesus Christ. No? Saved na kung Christ may. That's not the point, huh? The more you get into, the more you do service to Christ or any form of religion. And you are not free. It's not an excuse that you are saved and you can do all your nonsense there. Yeah. 1 hour in church, 8 hours in the mall. See? And then you say, I love you, Lord. Where's that love? That I love you more. Dili ang Lord. Ito makasamuol magpuyo. Sometimes the other, they go to casino and tigbakay. 1 hour sa misa, kaya siya yung mamisa. Ato tigbakay, uto ato gabi eh. So kisa may mong Lord na naroon Sunday, instead you read the Bible and then mag-share mo din na what the Bible says. 1 hour lang. Oh, ato rin mga suroy-suroy. Wala, sensual yapon na yung activities. You don't realize that you are not the body. The first basic principle of philosophy or information or understanding to become a godly or to realize something about yourself is to understand that we are not this body. O gina, kung imo nang ma-absorb mo, ma-realize mo we are not this body. Nga mo spend magkag 10 hours sa mall, whole day sa casino, if you are not the body. Kunya, kuhan ka ng bottoms up, ka na bitong paglima ka plato ang kanon. Prabhu, Prabhu, it's okay, Prabhu, because this is prasadam, this is offered food. Offered food from the deity, so no problem. No? Sila Prabhupada says, muna sila mga rugi. No? Rugi, intoxicate na sa prasadam. Or it's not healthy because you cannot live longer if you will not control, even though it is prasad, but you have to control it in order to control your sex urge. No? If you allow to eat alam prasada mo, gyapon ang sexual urge nimo mo gilok sa mayo. And then, mataas mong sugar. Oh, kung sugar mo mataas, diabetes na pud ka, and then you suffer. Oh, it's a prasada. Dili man na siya kay. You're not trying to realizing yourself that you're not the body kay lima ka platong prasada ang kaon. Budlot na nimo matag kinaon. No, wala. Dili ka mo advance na. You will never get advancement if you eat 5 plates of prasada. And a new fight stage, you can eat like even a basin, no? Or one pot of prasada, okay, no problem. But in the one chapati, little of sabji and little of mongo, dal, and that's all. You are eating prasadam. No, only your body is eating the prasadam. You are cleansing the body. The soul inside is pure. He never become contaminated. He is always pure. When you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Hare. This is the cleansing of your 24 elements every morning. No? Only the body is, you know, the dress, the car or the airplane. You are cleaning on it. So down to the false ego, which binds the soul inside. And with that, false ego will become real ego, and then you will cultivate your repent. No? The Suddha seed here. No? The Suddha seed of your sorrow will manifest. Okay, when that sorrow will manifest, it will come out to your body because your body is already clean. Okay, the consciousness, the mind, and your subconscious is wala na, delete na itong mga past mo and then nag-reset ka and then you make another, what is this, programs, like software in your brain. So from Maya consciousness, from material consciousness, you reset mo, dinelete mo lahat. And then you change, going to use it for, for developing love of God. So quite very simple, but it's hard if you don't want to realize or to surrender to God. So developing God conscious is only one thing: surrender, surrender. And then in the mood of devotion, when you do some action, no, in the mood of devote yourself, plus surrender, and then you will grow. But do not think when you jump, you do harinam on the street, you dance in front of the deity, the soul is dancing. No, the body is dancing. You're purifying the body. It's not you. You're always pure. You cannot be contaminated by the material world. But sometimes due to minuteness, because the size of the soul is 1,000 tip of the hair, very minute. With that minuteness, although we have the same nature with God, but we are very minute. That sometimes we become the reason sometimes we become covered by illusory potency of Krishna, this material world. We become covered by illusory potency, this Mahamaya. But actually we are not, no? We are not covered, but at the same time, we are covered. Why? Because of the illusory potency. Okay. But there's a secret of it. Think. Srimati Radhika is loving personification. Radhika expanded herself like a Yoga Maya. So this Yoga Maya came from Srimati Radhika. That is why the relationship was being displayed. In Goloka Vrindavan, Yoga Maya was controlling, and then Krishna became the center because Yoga Maya was there. Then Radha make the from Yoga Maya she make a shadow. She called it Mahamaya, but it comes from Yoga Maya herself. Then there is Radha, Yogamaya, and Mahamaya. This Mahamaya, if we are not purified enough, we will see this very, no, a very crazy or perplexed world, and we cannot understand this. But if we surrender to Sri Mata Radhika, this Maya become Yogamaya, and this Maya become Radha. So it will take some time to understand, to come up into this level, but that is the true fact, or this is that is the fact. To the Ottoman, they will think, oh, you're serving Krishna. No, everybody is serving Krishna in the form of Mahamaya. They're serving Mahamaya, therefore they're serving Srimati Radhika also. So more and more realization will come as we go along the way. So Niyupai said, oh, don't go near to him because he is Maya. No, he is a meat eater. Don't get closer. Don't associate with him because he's a karmi or a meat eater. That is the Kanista thinking, but that's good because we're trying to aloof or to to not to associate with them in order for us to concentrate more about the spiritual life. But in the long run, go out, talk with them. Don't think they are contaminated. They need your help. You are pure, you cannot be contaminated. The body is pure already. How can it be contaminated? When you become pure, and then you go to those people, they become pure. If if the stage that 50-50, you go to that people, and then you become contaminated with them, you become attracted by their actions and activities and doings, then I think you have to chant more rounds and go higher. Go to not only Srada, go to Ruchi, go to Nishta, go to Sakti, Asakti, and then Bhav, no, and then Prem. And when you're in Bhav or in Prema, no way to fall down. You become a Raganuga devotee, spontaneous. Rupa Goswami told us about it, how to become in Raganuga states. So if you're not yet in Raganuga states, if you're in Srada but not so strong, so you should avoid association with the materialistic people because for sure you will be fall. No? You will be engaged again in nonsense activities. But you're in Bob also sometimes it's difficult because there is maybe love there, but not too strong. You have to come to prem. When there is prema, then there's no chance of falling down in the material pool again. Then sometimes the Gautama go down to Madhyama in order to preach, to give glories to or to give Krishna to others. So usually that would happen. Never preach if you don't go to Otama. Go to Otama first. Then sometimes Otama Adhikari. Then from that level you go down like our gurus, Srila Prabhupada, Narayan Maharaj, and so many other more. Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. These pure devotees, a very good example how to become with them, no? By the grace and the mercy, tomorrow we become like them also, because they are already in a Prakatalila, and we need a living force, a living energy, living guru to give us some instruction or to give us some kripas, kripasida, in order for us to get the mercy of Srimati Radhika. Okay, so the more we get advancement, or Srila Prabhupada said, distribute books. That's the new fight level. Srila Narimana, sometimes you have to stop from distributing books. You're like a businessman. No, you have to study those books that you're giving to others. Study, read it, and understand it. Like in singing, I'm in the industry, but when I was in 2030, I love to sing many songs, but I don't really understand those songs. But now when I'm getting older, I could relate the songs and internalize those songs, which is more, which is more loudly, and you can deliver sweetness to the audience, to the people when you sing that song, because you understand what you are singing. Okay, there's not anymore mechanical, but emotion and mechanical was being mixed already. To become nice to hear. Okay, so similarly in Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, first we read, there is philosophy, there is knowledge, but that is not the ultimate. You have to internalize what is being there with what's being said by the Guru and Krishna. How to internalize, understand everything by serving your Guru Dev. Serving Guru Dev and you become happy with your service, then you will understand everything. But not just read. You will never understand books. No? Basa lang kani, you will never understand it very deeply. It must be read by a rasik or a devotee who is in advanced level. And you will able to understand something. But if you read, just like what happened to me before, I read Bhagavad Gita for 4 times. Actually 4 times, but after that I don't get anything. There must be some mellow when I read. Then after reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, oh, what I have done? No, did I get something or some taste of it or realization? No, I don't understand Bhagavad Gita. But when the higher Vaishnav came and hears from them, from the lips, so I was able to understand a little bit of the Vedanta Sutra or the Vedas. So it must be, no, it must be introduced from the lips of a pure devotee. Like now, for example, this one, Srila Prabhupada, is giving purport, but not Prabhupada is not here anymore, but the purport is here. But if a karmi, if a non-devotee is reading the purport, you can never have a seva or a nectar to understand this. This must be read from the right person also. Okay, from right person, or else you can never understand the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, it takes time. That's why we have the called Guru Varga. No? This Guru Varga will let you understand what is written by Srila Vyasadeva. Without this Guru Varga, no one can come back to Krishna Loka. That is the importance of Guru. Guru will give you Krishna, and Krishna will give you Radha, and then Radha will give you Krishna. That is your goal. That is your ultimate happiness when Radha give you to Krishna. And then the nectar will come out, the nectar will come out, and Krishna will drink your nectar. And then so much nectar will come out from you. And then Krishna will say, then, Prabhu, well, maybe you would like to give those nectar to other people. No? Because Krishna is always drinking. Krishna is not, you know, he's so merciful that if your nectar is overflowing like a Ganga, keep on flowing, then Krishna will say, try to give this to the fallen souls so that they may also liberate and attain liberation. And then why Krishna is saying that? Because when those thousands of devotees become pure, then individual, those devotees also have nectar. No? They produce nectar. Where Krishna, like a bee, will go to the flower, to the next flower, to the next flower, through the thousands of flowers. Krishna will drink those nectars. And different mellow, different colors, different designs of flowers. Because a devotee has different colors, different mellow, different sizes of flowers, different aromas. The Lord Krishna wanted to taste those aromas. That's why Srila Prabhupada made thousands of devotees for that purpose also. Srila Narayan Maharaj is helping those devotees, Srila Prabhupada, to have that nectar, like a flower, a blossom flower. Okay, we should not think that Prabhupada and Srila Narayan Maharaj is not the same. They came from Baladev, although we see in different personality, but actually they came from one person, Balaram. So the Kanista think, oh, this is Prabhupada. We don't want you because you are a, what is this? You are a Gaudiya man. Okay? So in the new fight stage, that is the thinking. In the Madhyama stage, oh, he is good and the other one is better. But in ultimate level, if you attend Prema, they are both lovely. No? Prabhupada is lovely. Tilanare Maharaj is lovely. Nothing different from them. If one is teaching about Rasa Leela and the other one is in Madhyam, there's no question of it. Like a teacher, no? If you're a teacher teaching in primary and secondary and preparatory in the college, all of you are guru. All of you are finished about what is this? Education course. Maybe some proceed to become a doctor, doctorates course, or a PhD level, but still they are all gurus. Yeah. At a certain place, circumstance, you can only speak at a certain level. Like Srila Prabhupada, he is teaching Kanishta and the Madhyam. Srila Narayan Maharaj will help us to go to autumn. Okay, like Lord Jesus Christ said, I have so many things that I want to say, to tell you, but you cannot understand it for now. Okay, you are not capable to understand them. How is the a 7-year-old boy or girl come into physics na room, no? You go into physics lab. The only what we're doing is do like this. They pour those chemicals on the floor. They're crushing all those things because they're 7 years old. So why did Lord Jesus Christ didn't say the name of the Father? Some devotees said, Lord, can you show me your Father? The one who sees me sees my Father. Why? Because you are not qualified yet to see it. Now we are trying to tell you more about the Father, Krishna, His nature. Then please listen to it because this is not it, that is not written in some other books. Like in arithmetic, algebra 1, algebra 2, and geometry, all of them are numbers, okay? But they introduce in different manners, different level, different understanding. It depends of the students, capability of student. If you give a child a 1 peso or a 10 peso. They will go to the store and buy some candies. But if you give them 500 peso, a young kid maybe just tearing up. What are you doing? That is money. No, this is not money. Money is like this circle. Okay, do you get me? Because some people say only Christ only. Yeah, on the 2,000 years ago, he said, "I'm the way, the truth, the life." Because those priests, high priests before, are very proud of themselves. Lord, that's why Lord Jesus Christ crushed the temple for 3 days. This mass, the priest, the ego, pride, the arrogant priest. That's why he said, "I am only the way, the truth, the life. No one comes unto my Father except through me." Why? Religious leaders before are nonsense. They wear some robes or nice white dress, but their heart is greedy. They control everything in their power. They mislead the people. Instead of giving God the joy, the wealth, they control the people and live like a king. Even today, there's a lot of priests and gurus and pastors are doing it. See, even today. But I hope your eyes will open and see which is and who. And then don't go to that mass of a priest who is, or a bakla or a priest who have 5, 10 girls. There are some good priests. You go to their mass, to his mass. If this the priest is a nice priest, I like him. Then when the time he give mass on Sundays, go to that mass. When the priest is very corrupt, I would advise don't go to his mass. Look for a priest who is good. Also in Christian communities, don't go to the pastor na they enjoying your wealth. In the Old Testament, they will get 10%, but they are talking about the New Testament. And Christ must be angry with it. He must not please. He should not please because Christ said, whatever your giving is, how amount you want, uh, we don't care, but it should be come from your heart. No, that is Jesus Christ giving us a higher level of relationship, which is love relationship. Love and relationship. Lord, money siya. Ayos ang piso ra, spirit piso. Asa mong gugmana, ang sweldo mo, imong sweldo, 10,000 ang simana, tagalang sa wag 3,000. Love, o love pa. Sabi, love offering. There is 3,000 love. Pila mong sweldo? Maato sa piso. Ang salary niya every week is 10,000. How much she give to you? Wow, only 3,000. Okay? So the 10%, in Old Testament, you give 10% of your labor is to purify your activities, no? Because the air, well, we don't have tax. God will not ask some tax. The rain, the sun, the moon that give us life, that nurtures the earth, vegetables and everything. Does God give ask you some bills like the BICO and MCWD? No, God give us you for free. So in return, you should give your 10% also. But that was on the Old Testament for Moses and before Christ. But Christ is now giving us how to develop love. Okay, love to Christ. When you love Christ, you also love your God. If you love Srila Prabhupada, you also love Krishna. No? But if those people who do not love Srila Prabhupada, certainly you will not go to Krishna. You must love Srila Prabhupada because Krishna and Baladev and Prabhupada and Baladev and Radha and Krishna is one. And some gurus also like Srila Prabhupada and the Gaudiya Math are one. O di tamo binata. We're not a child anymore that we are quarreling with different groups. A childish mentality. The more we become degraded. We welcome the Christian to go to the temple. We give them prasad. We teach them about Krishna consciousness. This is con. We welcome. But when the Gaudiya devotee will go to the temple, they will not entertain, or you cannot even get into the temple. This is nonsense. Huh? I tell you that. Srila Prabhupada were not happy with that. I tell you. There is a big offense. There are 10 offenses to be avoided while chanting the holy name. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. That is first offense. We are reciting it every morning. How come binugbog yung mga devotee? Na siya marani binugbog din. That woman is so pure. No? She's the one who makes some drawings of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Everything was done by that devotee. Tapos binugbog nyo. Uh, Watch out mga kanista, you're not doing well. You should go to the higher level, to Madhyama stage, so that you will know who are devotees or not. Or else you will go to hell with that kind of activities. You welcome some other religion, the Christians. You go, oh, okay, Hari Paul, Hari Krishna. Come, okay. But when the Krishna devotees who are chanting, but different name, we are from Gaudiya Math, oh, you cannot get in, Prabhu. Stay outside. What are the offense? You're creating what is that offense we call it? Vaishnav aparad. And then Guru aparad, aparad of Srila Prabhupada. You're committing two offense. Guru aparad from Prabhupada and Vaishnava aparad from the devotees who are chanting the holy name that you are not welcoming them. So what will happen to those kanista, Adhikari? It's not, uh, it's not healthy for you. Do not stay. Srila Narayan Maharaj said, don't stay in the kanista stage. Go to Madhyam. So that you will see, right? This is a new fight. This is an advance. This is a guru. This is a devotee. This is an innocent. Okay? And you can do something with them. And then after that, go to Madhyamotama. Madhyamotama. You see all those living entities, their condition, but you have greed, or in the Raganuga Bhakti. You have love in the pastime of Krishna. But Gurudev said, go to Ottama Adhikari, and then from Ottama, go to Ottama Adhikari. Then study the nature of those. What are these Ottama? Kay, mamatay lang ta, kanista lang yapunta niya. Sus, anugon. No, it's not so healthy if we die in a kanista level. Okay. Nya palaway katastanan kay wala pang manta ni advance. Tanaw na to mo, if there's somebody entering the temple who has a nice car, many credit cards, then we will come there. Come, Haribol. If there's some like old dress and then no no car, or a poor person, you don't welcome them so well. So we have to grow. We have to grow. We have to become mature, or else we are misusing, or we are only wasting time. Yeah, maybe we grow, but very, very, very slow. The anarthas is there, and then plus we're cleaning the anarthas, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But then we make offenses to the Vaishnava. Then we're building a beautiful garden. Suddenly, a big camel came inside the garden and smashed all the beautiful garden. That is Guru and Vaishnava Para. So be careful. And the 10 offenses is to not have complete faith in chanting process and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions regarding this matter. So anyone who wants to be a pure or a Vaishnava devotee, the Lord must guard, no? Must much good against these 10 offenses in order to quickly, okay, there's a word there, quickly achieve the desired success, which is Krishna Prem. Okay. Although there is Radha, there is Roji, there is Nista, there is Bab, these are the stepping stone, but our goal is Krishna Prem. How can we attain the Krishna Prem? If we are always making offense to the gurus and Vaishnava devotee of Krishna. So these 10 offenses we must have to live or study with it deeply, or else no. Even you're a Brahmana, but still you're not a Brahmana. Brahmana has so many qualifications, and the Madhyama states. Now in the Philippines, we lack a lot. We lack a lot. We need more Brahmanas. No, we don't have much Brahmanas today. And sannyas, more sannyas. We don't have. Yeah, we have Ramaidas Brajabasi in and Bacolod, but we only have one sannyasi here. But lakhs and lakhs of Kanishta, they need our help. Kanishta needs our help to come to a higher level. So we have to help each one of us to develop, to grow, not just sleeping. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No preaching. Hare Krishna. Now tomorrow you will lose your taste, your faith to Krishna. At least in the Ruchi level, these devotees are still good until today because they have already some taste. But Sraddha, be careful. Those devotees who are only in Sraddha, be careful. Tomorrow you will never like Hare Krishna. You go in different beliefs. No? Now ka sa kuan. Nindot ato ka high school, banner ka sa grade 1, section 10. And then try to chant more rounds, more rounds. Because the more you chant, the more you become happy. The more you chant, the more you realize something. The more you chant, the more you develop love. The more you chant, the more you see everything becomes clearer. The more you chant, the more you grow in spiritual life. Okay. Some are chanting 8 rounds, 16 rounds, 32 rounds. Some are 64 rounds. Haridas Thakur, lakhs and lakhs, thousands of rounds. So don't be afraid to chant more rounds. Yung tinapol nga, 16 rounds. If we have some more time, do more rounds. Because by chanting, Krishna is there. You are associating with Supreme. Oh, big time keka. You're not an ordinary person because when you say Hare Krishna, Krishna is in your front. Okay? Hindi mo Hare Krishna, panuka ka na, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram. See, the Supreme Person is, no, is facing on you, but you're doing like this. No, that's not so good. To welcome Krishna, oh, Krishna, Krishna, you feel Krishna's presence, not sleeping. Then when you become attached, attract more to Krishna and Radha, no, to Ram. The more you can chant, more because of that attraction, because of that presence of Krishna and Radha. When you chant the holy name, when you develop love of it, the more you chant nicely, the more you chant so beautifully, because you see Krishna and Radha every time you chant. Okay, sometimes, oh, I'm chanting one round, I saw Krishna and Radha. Then what next? Okay, I saw them already, so you don't have taste. Come to Ruchi. When you go to Ruchi and then you have already some smell or taste, then you will notice to yourself the chanting become nice, become offenseless chanting. No, trying to become offenseless. Dunane ruchi, ruchi, ruchi. Then nista. wala na yung sweetness ang mista. And then there is a glow of the presence of Radha and Govinda there. Hare Krishna, Hare, the presence is there already. The more you go on, the more to Shakti, then you go to Bal, and then to the higher level. And then, imuna na siya. It's your own wealth. That wealth that you can never give it to anyone. Imuna siyang wealth. You come up to Prem, and the Prem is overflowing like the flow of the river Ganga. And it is the time you will share it to somebody. We call it, Gurudev said, try to associate with the Rasik Vaishnava, or devotees, where they can give you Krishna Prem. And that is the topmost of all. So look for what devotees who Rasik and Abhidhamma. We'll talk about the pastimes. They are they themselves are in the pastimes. No, they just only say the words, the place or the topic. Like in drama, they're like in the movie inside, like in reality when you talk about the pastime. Why it becomes a reality? You consider yourself that they are also in that movie or in Gokula Vrindavan when Krishna appear, his heart and mind is always there. It seems like he is already there, and we talk about it. When he talked about the pastime, there is seva, there is nectar that he can give to you. And look for that guy, look for that devotee. And it is quite very rare, but pray to Chaitya Guru, pray to Paramatma, give me a guru like that, or give me a Shishya Guru. Maybe any sorry, any race. It can be an American, a European, a Canadian, Australian, or a Hindu. Any can become a, a Rasik Vaishnava because that is the prediction of Lord Chaitanya himself that Hare Krishna was spread all over the world. No, dili lang kay may lado. The mood of Lord Chaitanya will be spread all over the world. Not only the Hare Krishna mantra, not only the basic one, but when Lord Chaitanya displayed the anugacha, the mood of separation and this sambuga with Srimati Radhika, that mood of a devotee that he displayed, he want also this devotee, these devotees from all over the world can get that kind of mood, will get that kind of mood. He is not appear just like he give Kanishta mood, imagine. No, Krishna Prem. He delivered that word Krishna Prem. So anyone can be. So wala na siya dili na siya by caste na Brahmana or Sudra or Chandala. Anyone can be. That is a great mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Anyone can be an Ottoman. Anyone can be or have the Krishna Prem. Anyone can have the topmost level of loving Krishna. Wala ingon nga, oh, dili pa na siya. No. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is so big, no? You cannot uh, you cannot count how big it is. So Krishna Prem, he give Krishna Prem, not Radha, not Ruchi. He give Krishna Prem. If you just always read Chaitanya Charitamrita, the mood of Lord Chaitanya was displayed there. So with the help of the Rupa Manjari, the nectar of the devotion, we must also read it. Nectar devotion here, nectar of instruction here, and Chaitanya Charitamrita here. Then we will get that little by little the mood of Lord Chaitanya. No, so do not underestimate the Krishna prem, that it will not come. No, everybody is welcome to have Krishna prem, regardless of race. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And, maybe tomorrow we'll read another sloka from Sri ISOPANISAD. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.